And I always joked, I said, well, if water gets in my house, everybody's in trouble. Well, guess what? It didn't get in my house, but everybody was in trouble.
Well, it's now been a month since Hurricane Michael came ashore in the Panhandle of Florida. The storm caused mass destruction in numerous small communities. 7 News' Nicole Ford spent a week in the middle of it all, helping our sister station.
And tonight she introduces you to some of the people who aren't letting the devastation keep them down.
It's hard to see past the destruction of Mother Nature, but behind those broken buildings and battered trees are people. People who've lost all they've ever known, some all they've ever worked for, but together they stand for what the future may bring them.
All it takes is one moment to shatter your life.
It's like a war zone. You would think a bomb had dropped here.
It can fall into a million pieces.
I'm going to tell you, we moved here a year ago and we lived in paradise for a year. Complete paradise. And then it came to an end real quick.
But what do you do if there's just too many pieces to pick up?
People that aren't here on the ground seeing what it looks like, how would you describe to them that pictures don't even do it justice?
How do you describe this? Really, how do you describe it? It's gone, destroyed, everything. I mean, it's a whole city practically wiped out.
A community still broken by a storm that took everything.
It's devastating, honey. It's devastating. A lot of people have moved here recently and built new homes, and they're our age. And to them, they probably lost everything, their life's work, you know.
As you drive through the Panhandle of Florida in the wake of Hurricane Michael, not one item sits untouched.
Kind of hard to keep your eye on the road because you're looking at the homes of your friends and neighbors. But you see this debris, this is miles and miles and miles just like this.
The people let tears flow freely.
Don't bring my daughter home to our house. I don't bathe her in her bathroom. I don't put her to bed and pray with her in her bed because it's all gone.
No matter their age or situation.
Got through building the house in '92. We did it ourselves. So it really hurts when you put all your heart and, you know, into something.
The question these survivors want answered is what now?
We're 79 years old and we don't know what we'll do.
In the short term,
the biggest problem for the community was with no power and no water, and a lot of places no ability to get around on the roads because they were covered with debris. It was hard to get to them at first.
Some needs were met with life-saving skills and a touch of Southern hospitality from the upstate.
Human life deserves a chance to flourish, and just the overall award of knowing that I helped somebody either by a smile or with some medical training that I had.
First responders who left with a fuller heart and a plea to not let these folks be forgotten.
You really develop a kind of a love for our country, for the citizens who live here. And it just instills a desire in us to continue to serve, to help people.
As time ticks on, the destruction still stands, but the hope is always higher.
There are things that this hurricane has taken from us. It's not going to take our joy, it's not going to take our spirit, and it's not going to take my daughter's holidays.
And even those left with nothing.
This is my living room, right here, kitchen and bedroom, and a bedroom upstairs.
See a future greater than before.
We'll survive. That's just the way we're built. You know, we just carry on.
Now, if you take one thing from this tragedy, it's to not forget that these people don't just need our help now, but will need our help in the years to come as they work to rebuild what they call the world's most beautiful beaches. Nicole Ford, 7 News.
So if you would like to donate to the hurricane relief effort, we have a link tonight to the American Red Cross Fund. It's in our story right now on WSPA.com.